Welcome back, everyone. All right, so let's go ahead and let's make a simple desk lamp here. Start up a new file and let's make a simple kind of modern looking desk lamp. So you can push X or delete and simply push delete. Okay, so we're going to go to create panel here and we're going to go and create a cylinder here. We'll move it up just a bit and we'll scale it right down. Okay, and we can move it down here. Now if you push 1, it puts it to the side view here, and what we'll do is we'll kind of put it somewhere around there. Let's kind of move up here, push tab to enter edit mode, and we'll go ahead and push face select down there, and we'll go ahead and push 1 again, and we'll take this blue arrow and just simply move it up, and it's a desk lamp so it's not too big. Let's zoom into the bottom here, and we'll go and select the bottom here, and we'll go to E to extrude, and then what we'll do is we'll push X or even Z just to make a small little, just something small here. And we're going to go ahead and push E to extrude and push Z to lock it to the Z axis. And we will kind of do that right here. You can go ahead and push you can just go ahead and push escape there. Let's do that again, but let's just push 1. So now, and lock it to the Z axis, of course. And we'll kind of just move it like that, okay? Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to select all of these faces around here, and we're going to go and extrude it here. Now, this might take a little bit of time here, and of course, I'm pushing Shift to go and select all of these here, and I'm just going to go and push Shift, and it might take a little bit more time than you want, but you just kind of need to do this here, and we're just going to go and push Shift. And what we're going to do is we are going to extrude or simply scale it, not extrude it, but scale it here. And of course, you want to select the bottom as well. Okay, so now that we have here, let's push 1 again, and let's push scale. Okay, and this is going to be a little bit weird at first, but I'm going to show you something cool here. So I'm going to scale that here, and that is exactly what we want. Okay, and if you really want to, you can bring this down, and you can see that there is a little bit of a problem there, but for the most part, we can just go ahead and do that here. Let's go ahead and push 1 and move this all the way down right here. Okay. Now the reason why we had to do that other little extrude there is simply because if we didn't do that, this whole bar would be affected. Now let's go ahead and let's select this top here, and let's move that down, and we can move this down to wherever we want here. In fact, we can even move it down like this, but I'm just going to actually move it up just like that here. Now technically, you can do this. Sometimes it's better to not necessarily do that, but I'm just going to move it up just like that here. So that's going to be our base. Now, this looks actually pretty cool, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tab out into object mode, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push 7, and that gives us the top view. And we're going to go ahead and create a UV sphere. Okay, and I'm going to move the sphere up, way up. And technically we can end the tutorial right here, and you can have a nice little cool sphere like that. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to tab into edit mode, and I'm going to push 1 just so that we're on this angle here. And I'm just going to select something in the bottom here by right clicking. I'm going to go ahead and push B for box select, and I'm going to go ahead and select everything here. And we should have everything, and if we don't, we can push B for box select and make sure that everything is here. So B, and then I'm pushing Shift here, and then B, just like that here. Anyway, so if you can't select it all, that's okay. We're just going to push X, and we're going to delete the faces again, and push B for box select here. And then I'm going to go push X, faces as well, B for box select. I know this is kind of weird, but if you just simply do this, it will actually delete everything here. And you can see we have a few extra faces here. So I'm just going to go B for box select, and I'm going to select everything in there and push X, and of course faces here. And I think there's a couple more here. And it looks like I've actually missed a bit, but that's completely okay. I'm just going to select the remaining ones here, just like this. It's going to be simple, and the point is that the top part is what I'm going for. I'm going to go to faces here, and now we have this cool little thing here. Now, in theory, you can actually just end this right here, and if I select this object here, and actually what we'll do is we'll just move this right up, and I'll show you what I want to do here. And I'll select this object, go into edit mode, select this face here, and move it up just a bit more. Technically what you can do, tab back into object mode. Technically what you can do is just kind of end it right here where we can see that this go through, and we'll just end it like that. Now technically you can go ahead and put a light in here. Let's say if you're making even in Blender, but if you're exporting this to a game engine, you can put a light up at the top here, and the shadow of this little sphere will actually help out. And if we really wanted to, we could actually go tab into edit mode, and if we deleted one of these faces here, the light would actually shine out of that depending on what game engine you're using, which is actually kind of cool. So that's actually not so bad here. Now, why do we need two objects here? Well, there's two reasons. One, usually the lampshade is a different material or texture than the bottom here. So when you're adding this to a game engine or just simply in Blender here, you want to make sure that that this is two different textures. So let's say this was kind of cloth and this was metal, or you want the two metals to be different color. Even if you want them to be the same color, you can go and just make them a different material here. The last thing you can do is if you want to export this to a game engine, this is exactly what you want to do. If you don't, however, you can add in something, a subsurf, and by going to this wrench here, add modifier, subsurf, and you can go and make this a little bit smoother. The reason why you don't want to add this to a game engine is because when you tab back into edit mode, for example, if we apply this and tab into edit mode, you can see how many vertices are there. Now this is the amount of faces you'd have in, let's say, like a AAA character. So I'm just going to go and undo that. Just because we don't want to do that. Generally, when I make anything, I want to make sure that it is as low poly as possible, just because I like working with interactive environments. All right, so that's how you make a simple lamp. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.